Welcome to this look at new mods on Farming Simulator 22 with me, MrSealyp. It's Thursday the 19th of October. We've got new mods, we've got some updates. This should all be in one part today. Updates them. The map, The Old Farm Countryside by ER Shabba has had an update. It doesn't say if it needs a new save game or not. The map, Little Mountain Country by LS Schleswig-Holstein has had an update, and that does say a new save game is required. We've got the Case IH 1255 1455 XL by Sully, the Lizard HL trailer by Holtz FS, the Stonehog 430 cultivator by JDModding Stoneway Design ABP team, the tool height control for headers by DD Passion, the small iron ore and stone silo by Top Ace 888, the commodity storage by MISSYB, and the stone factory by Caliph Zarek have all had updates. We start with the Husbandry Fence by ARM team. This is 0.67 megabytes download, one slot on console, and then price will depend on how far you go with it. So concrete sided with metal sections in between. Now these sections can be shorter or narrower depending on how you're looking at it until you reach the full extent. That will become clear in a moment when I show you. You'll find them under build mode, under decoration, and under fences. Just there, 200, and like I say, it depends on the extent. If I start here, you'll see you've got short panels, and then another short panel when I go switch out again. So you can have shorter panels if you want to, out to as soon as you reach the full extent, and then it switches on to the next one like that. So you can go short, long, it's entirely up to you. And then once you've placed, the same as it always is, just any direction you want, then stop at the extent you want, change direction if you want, start again if you want. There's no gates that come with this, just that. However, if you want to demolish because you made a mistake, we can demolish individual sections. Don't have to do the whole thing. I can take it a middle section if I want to, however you want to go about it, like so. Nicely made, nicely detailed. I say that a lot, but it's true. That's the Husbandry Fence by ARM team. Next we've got the Pallet and Bale storage by MISSYB, which is this. There are two in this pack. As you can see, I've already put some stuff in there. It's curious, this one. I'm just looking at what's in there, and I'm thinking, is it a typo? I don't think it is, and you'll see. This is 0.37 megabytes download. There's 6 slots each. There's one that's a 200 capacity, and as you saw bottom right on this one, this is 1,000. I've only got 8 things in there at the moment. This is where you open your dialog box, so you can see what you've got in there and choose what you want to take out. So with any bale and pallet storage, you pick how many you want of your particular thing. I'll take one of those out. Press start. It pulls it out to the side there where you can collect it. Putting in, you just literally bring it over this hazard mark box and it will go. If you haven't got your icons open, it will just look plain. If I go like that and take my interactive zone markers off, they'll appear there and they get put in here. But obviously for the sake of doing the videos and showing you where they are, I always have those on. So if we go into our build mode, we go to our silos, 20,000 each, 200 pieces or 1,000 pieces. Like I said, I've gone for the 1,000 piece one. It's only 20 grand, which is pretty good as well. And that's got 8 things in there. I'm just thinking, I'm assuming it will reach a point where they will become invisible, because there's no way you're going to get 1,000 in that. And it wouldn't show all 1,000 anyway. So, but nice brick building, bale and pallet storage by MISSYB. Next up we've got the shed pack, also by MISSYB. This is 9.06 megabytes to download. These are 3 slots each. We've got a large one and a small one. For crops or vehicle storage. This is Goldcrest Valley, isn't it? I'm just looking with the closed in section there and the drive-through ones there. Did the Goldcrest Valley one have closed in both sides? I can't remember. Anyway, we've got a triple section and we've got a double section. The double section doesn't have drive-through bits, so if you wanted to store crops and stuff in there, but again, store whatever you want. There's no lighting on them, so there's no light switch to find, or in my case, not find. Under build mode, under sheds, just there. It's 20 grand for the 3 bay, which is that one. 15 grand for the double bay. Actually, what I'm going to do is do that just to double check. There's no colour option top left. No, there's no option to change colour on it. You get it just like that. Shed pack by MISSYB. Next, we've got these axes. So you've got what I would consider a more standard axe, and that one I would say is your more, that's your heavy duty, that's your splitting maul. It's got a much heavier head on it by the look of it. You will find these under tools, under chainsaws. So you've got the AX28CS and the AX30C. Let's say if you look at the two of those, that looks more of a splitting maul, the AX30C. They do the same job in game, but there's no options on those when you purchase them. Then if we do that and get to a bit of wood like so, switch over to that one. It's not that one of them goes any quicker. I'll say that though, mind you, I was a slightly thicker bit. We can do an angle as well if we want to. There you go. Does the job. Let's get the light on. There you go. Very handy. The Stihl axe pack. Oh, I didn't say it was by 0.22 megabytes download. That's my Valek. The Stihl axe pack. I just said we've got these and then went straight into it, didn't I? Next, we've got this. The Bredal K105 by RXT. This is 14.77 megabytes download, 8 slots on console. It's pretty much the same as the standard one. It will do lime, it will do fertilizer. Difference is this has got a few different options, a few different tyre options. We've got an option for this section on the back to be there or not be there, fender option, on or off, colour options, as you can see. So a few different options above the standard in-game version. You will find it under fertilizer spreaders. So the standard version, the K105, is 45 grand and 7 slots. This one just here is 45 grand and 8 slots. Slot count comes down to 1. Capacity is the same, 9,000 up to 14,000 litres. 12 metre spread width on lime and 18 on fertilizer. And if you get the spreader bar as well, 11 miles an hour. I think that one was 11 as well, wasn't it? Yep. Like I say, differences being this one we've got extension, small or big. You've then got wheel brand, Trelleborg, Michelin, Continental, Mitas, BKT, Vredestein, Lizard. So a couple that we don't have on the other one. And I'm pretty sure the other options are the same though. Standard, wide, narrow, standard. Michelin just that, Continental narrow, Mitas just that, BKT standard wide, wide 2 back to standard, Vredestein, those, Lizard that, yeah I think so. You've got a fender option, yes or no. I actually quite like it without the fender on there. Then the cover on the back, you can have it without a cover or the cover on. On the standard version the cover's always on, so you can have it open at the back if you want to. Then we've got spreading discs, yes or no. 6 metre unit. Main colour, anything on that pallet there. Rim colour, anything on that pallet. And a license plate option. So, open it up, open the cover. I've got it on lime, just because, I don't know why. Does the job. Actually, I think as well, when you see just inside, if you look under the cover, which is what you can't normally see, if you turn that on, it lifts up and opens. And I think not having that cover on would it's just a different view on things. I mean, at the end of the day, like I say, a few different options, a few different choices you don't have on the base game version, and the colour choice as well, so you can kind of make it your own, a bit more personalised as well. That's the Bredal K105 by RXT. Next, we've got this, the Amazon D825 Super. This is by Olden Farm, Modding, Velt, Peter AH, Wolf IQ, and Privat. 4.58 megabytes download, 6 slots on console, 2.5 meters wide. This only does seeding, not seeding and fertilizing. It's not a direct drill, but it can be hooked up with power harrows and stuff as well. So you know, there's a lot of power harrows that have the option to put something on the back of it, so you could put a power harrow with it. There are some cultivators and things as well. We've got the option for ridge markers on this too. Nice animations on it, but the other bonus to this one as well, it does everything. So it's the D825 Super. So it will do your standard crop types that a SEEDER does, but it will also do the crop types that Planter will do. So you'll find it under SEEDERs, just there, 11 grand, 45 horsepower required. As you can see at the bottom, all the crop types it does, making it super. Without ridge markers or with ridge markers are your options. So I did have a look in under power harrows, and there's not a power harrow that comes with this. It's just this unit, but so you can run it in conjunction with other things. We'll start this up. Open cover. Nice animation on the cover opening. We've got ridge markers, left, right, or off. If you haven't got GPS and you want to use your ridge markers, I've rolled it through to cotton, but L1 and triangle, we can scroll through all the different crops, seeding crops and planting crops. Actually, let's put it on corn, doesn't really matter. Turn it on, drop it down. Ground's pretty uneven here actually, looking at it. But it is doing the job. It is seeding, 2.5 meters. The Amazon D825 Super by Olden Farm, Modding Velt, Peter AH, Wolf IQ, and Privat. Fantastic. Next, we've got this. I've got two of them, but it's one mod. This is the Lizard T10, well, 10,000. It is by JDModding org. 5.77 megabytes download, 7 slots on console, 10,000 litre capacity. It does have a rear trailer in it, so you can daisy chain these together with a few different options on colours and stuff like that. I've got herbicide in the front one, I've got water in the back one, it does milk, it does liquid fertiliser, slurry I think as well. We'll have a look anyway. Not too expensive either. This you'll find under animals, just there. Water, liquid fertiliser, herbicide, milk, and slurry, yeah. Doesn't do digestate, but it will do slurry. Slot count will come down to 1 from 7. Main colour does the frame, like so. Design colour changes the tank. Let's go for white so it stands out, or beige, cream. Design colour, the first one does the lettering on the side of the chassis, the framework. So if I go for blue, there you go. So the lizard and the details there are now in blue. Up on the back of the tank, the next design colour, you can have white or black. So that changes the Lizard Logistics logo on the back. Is there one on the front as well? Yep. So depending on what colour you've gone for, if you want that to stand out more, you can have that white or black. And then we've got rim colour option on there as well, like so. There's not much else to that really. You take them wherever you want to go, you fill them up, you unload them. Like I say, they are daisy chained together, but you don't have to if you don't want to. You can add other trailers with them. It doesn't have to be these daisy chained together. Lighting, indicators. Lovely job. Whoa. Sorry for that. That's the Lizard T10000 by JDModding org. Next, we're going old school. We've got this. The Lizard VK1 by JDModding. It is 2 megabytes download, 3 slots, 0.9 meters wide. There are no options on this. You'll find it under Potato Technology. When you say technology, it's a funny word to use. When you, I mean, it's still technology, I guess. From picking them out of the ground by hand, under Potato Technology, just there, 1,200. This is a one-row harvester, 35 horsepower required. As I said, no options on there. Did I say that? Yes, I did. It basically just drops into the ground. That blade slides underneath, and then that flicks the potatoes out. It's fairly straightforward, really. What we do have to make sure we do is under this option we put it on unload here, otherwise it doesn't unload anything. So you want it to be taking the potatoes up and unloading them. So if I go unload here now, Picho is running, turn it on, let's get the paddle flapping, drop the blade down under the ground. What should happen, I was doing a couple of rows actually, if you catch it just right. And obviously it doesn't pick them up, it just flicks the potatoes out, which is where you want them, and then you come along with various different modded collection pieces of equipment for picking your potatoes up. There are loads of grimmer ones, there's a whole load of stuff. This is just the harvesting portion of it. So cheap as chips, low horsepower required. Oh, that's interesting. I wonder why I missed that. There we go. Very cool. The Lizard VK1 by JDModding. Which brings me on to the last of the mods for today. We got it all in one mod review today, not in different parts. And it's this, and it comes with instructions. I'm going to get something wrong, I know I am. This is the TLX X3 series attachments by 82 Studio. 4.98 megabytes download, 2 slots on console. This will work with, let me find the instructions. This will work with the TLX Phoenix, TLX 9000 or the Mac Superliner. You do need to have it in the rigid configuration, I believe. TLX rigid series attachment, so it needs to have the rigid chassis. So whichever vehicle you do choose, you need to go in and choose the rigid one. I've gone for the long rigid one, and that seems to hook up quite nicely too. I think if you go for the short one, it might not be long enough. It might still hook up actually, but I went for the long, so it's got to be rigid, not any of the other versions is what you need to be looking for. So that's TLX Phoenix, and this is the back you're looking for. You will find this under miscellaneous. So just there, the TLX rollback bundle, 4,200 for the base model. Like I said, 2 slots. I've already got one, so it must stay at 2 slots. Got standard configuration, no front panel. If you go for the front panel, we have got lighting standard. You've got an emergency bar. You've got work lights, or you've got both. Then main colour. Anything on that palette to mix and match with whatever TLX vehicle you've chosen to go for. It's entirely up to you. Those are your options. Now, one thing I will say, when I tried to disconnect this, connect it up at the main yard was fine. I bought it here. When I tried to disconnect it on one of the fields and over on the concrete over here, the feet sank into the ground. Now, that could be the map, but when I brought it over to this little bit here, it seemed to be fine. So put it out, no problem at all. Just something to be aware of. You might have a problem with it. Let's start this up. So let's back up to that. This is where it all goes to pieces. It all goes a little bit Pete-tong. So it should give me the option to hook up. Boom, like so. So we're hooked up, which is great. If we've gone for that, brilliant. Turn that off. Gone for our lighting. I don't know if the lighting rotates actually. There we go. Lighting, if you've gone for it, does rotate round. So we can swing our lighting round to be wherever you want it. I thought I'd better check that. Now, instructions for use. It says, working rollback instructions. Purchase the rollback bundle. Check. Attach the rollback bundle to your vehicle. Done. With joystick controls, lower the rollback. So what I wanted to do now is L1 and right stick side to side. I lower the back like that into position. Jobbity jobbed. Happy with that. Then it says, with the rollback lowered, activate the function lower lifter. So lower lifter does that down to the bottom. Happy with that so far. It says select the rollback lifter attachment. So I'll need to go press triangle now and go to the back bit, which is basically the pallet forks. So that's that here. That's the rollback lifter attachment. So that's the rollback lifter attachment. So we switched to that now. And it says activate the straps. Now what you need to do is whatever vehicle you're going to be putting on here. Oh, I tell you what I didn't show you. Hang on, well, just a mo. If we go back to that, we can unfold extensions. So if you want to put something on there, it's a little bit wider, which I think we're going to be putting on, we can unfold it. So we've got that a little bit wider. We'll go back now to put it onto that little bit there. So what we need to do is get our vehicle, whatever it may be. Now I haven't tried putting this on backwards. I've tried forwards. Let's try backwards and see what happens. Now there's a limit to how big a vehicle you can put on here. My first thumbnail I was going to put a cotton harvester on, but it overhung a little bit. It didn't look quite right. So we bring this right up to it. I think probably that's will be close enough. I think. We'll see. Engine off. Now what it's saying to do then, if we get back into the vehicle, it says select the rollback lifter attachment and activate the straps. So if I activate straps now, R1, you see it's put the straps on down the back. Now I don't know if that actually caught the vehicle or not, because when I did it before it kind of seemed to grab the vehicle. So let's go back a little bit further. It might only work from the front, but we'll see. Let's go back a little bit further. Did it let me do the strap from there? It did. Whether that's caught it or not, I don't know. Right, so with that done, we'll see. If not, I'll turn it around the other way. It then says, with the rollback lifter selected, use the function lower rollback lifter. So if I now go lower rollback lifter, that's done something. Select the rollback again and use the function rise lifter. Okay. Switch back to that and then rise lifter. No, that didn't do anything. That's not good. So I'm assuming the straps didn't catch on to the tractor. Let's try that again. Straps on. Back up to there. Is that grabbing that at all? Don't think it is it? It may need to be the other way around. This always happens with 82 Studio mods whenever I showcase them. When I did it with the cotton harvester and it worked perfectly. First time, no problem at all. I thought, oh, that's fantastic. And I thought, oh, it doesn't look quite right. I'll grab a tractor instead. It's my own fault. Let's try that again. Did that grab it? There we go. So I had to lift the rollback lifter, then do the straps, and then press lower lifter, and it did it. So that dragged it up onto the back. So we're in a good position now. We're happy with that. Press on that again, and if I do that, we should be able to put that back down, or back up, whichever way you want to look at it. Now what I can do, if I switch from that, actually, if we disconnect tension straps, and then I lift rollback, there we go, that goes back into position. The vehicle is now sitting on the trailer back. If I go to the trailer back and then tension straps, we can strap that down. It's off to the side a little bit, but you can see what I mean. And then we can drive off. Quite happy. So that's how you get up on the back. I mean, I don't see any reason why you can't just... I mean, you could just drive it onto the back, I guess. That's the instructions it gives you. You've got to be careful, obviously. The wider and heavier the load, and if you haven't got it quite on straight... God, this ground is uneven. Properly uneven. I need to do something about that. Right, now let's try this. Ah, that could be why. Because it's wanting to stay on there. Okay. Whoa. Yep. It's the tension straps, right. That's why you don't tension strap it first. So in that position now, with the tension straps off, it's not connected by the front one either. I've disconnected it from the attacher. So the rollback lifter is detached from that as well. So I should just be able to drive that off the back. Right, I want to try it one more time just to make sure I've got that right. So, in that position, lower lifter, that comes down to there. If I get that into position, right up against it now. Where did I go wrong last time? And where didn't I? But so, I think we need to... we raise the lifter and then attach it, lower it, then straps, then lift it. There we go. Now we're off to the other side, but it's on a little bit better. Then switch back. It works. It goes all right, and off we go. Now, do I need to lift that back into place, tension strap off, and we're good. That takes some hefty bits of kit. Don't corner too fast, that's what I would say. Anyway, there we go. Got it to work. Whoa, got it to work. All those camera collisions. It's just a case of making sure you're switched between the rollback and the rollback lifter attachment. Lifting it or lowering it at the right time to put the strap on. If you put the strap on and bring it back up and it doesn't bring a thing with it, take it back down again and then switch it to lower it or lift it, whichever one you didn't do before, then do the strap and it should hook up and it should pick it up. I think. It worked both times, so we're good to go. That's the TLX X3 series attachments. Sorry if I got that wrong, David. That's by 82 Studio. And that's it for the mods for Thursday the 19th of October. There is a new map out today, but I won't be able to get onto that till tomorrow. It's called Grodek. That's by Abuyin Sharidi. So hopefully that'll be tomorrow. I hope you found this useful and informative in some way, shape or form. If you have, please give us a like. If you don't subscribe yet, please do. If you want to leave a comment, feel free. And if you want to share this video, then please be my guest. Whatever you should choose to do. Thanks for watching.